Alright, we're back again, and I'm doing a an essay editing again once more. This is the unedited version of the previous essay we created before, and we're gonna get right into it. So, for my student, he has edited his essay, and I just kind of saw it pre-recorded, and it already seems nice, very smoothly done. Alright, let's start off. Let's do this. Have you ever visited a relative's house before? Okay. Okay, again, grammar mistake. But that's fine. I make grammar mistakes, but this is all a draft. Don't worry about it. It took 2 hours to get to my cousin's. Oh, again, that's fine. Or, as I said previously, we can do this as well. So for now, I'll just be doing this because he only mentions a singular cousin throughout the essay. Took 2 hours about to get to my cousin's house because she lives in Tustin. Great. That's actually cool. As soon as we got there, we started playing. We had a fun time, and luckily I was going to spend a couple of years in the upcoming days. Great. Great. I like this. Ah, jeez. This is actually really good. Anyways, also make sure you indent. Indent, very important. Click the tap button and actually saves your life. That night, I stayed up till 12 p.m. Oh. PM. Did I say PM in the... Oh. Okay. Okay, 12 p.m. I'm not sure if this was AM or PM, but I'll just leave it be for now. You can fix it if you thought this was wrong. If it was AM or PM, just... Okay, I'm sorry. And getting back, the next day I was dead tired. Good. So I'm going to assume this was AM for now. So make sure you fix it to AM, please. I used to think 12 p.m. was at midnight, but apparently it's afternoon. Kind of dumb of me. We decided to get our work done first, so we don't have to do it later in the day. Later on in the day. So now you can, what you are supposed to say here in this case is didn't. So that's fine. Just make sure you say didn't instead in your final essay. We wanted to go swimming, but my grandma and grandpa said to go later in the day when it's less hot. Good. Very smooth. I like how you edited that essay. We decided not to go swimming because we were going to play games anyway. Awesome. We fixed it. Great. We played for an hour, then yeah, there's common mistakes about this then or this then. So usually in this case you would say then in the spelling of THEN instead of THAN. So make sure you fix this in your final essay. This is great. Then we play with the dogs my cousin has over there. Dig's names. So you're referring to dogs here. That's fine. Make sure you add an apostrophe right after yes, because you're referring to multiple dogs and you're talking about their names. The dogs' names are Pixie and Carve. They are both sisters and are both poodles. Pixie is older in age, but Carve is heavier. Pixie is 12 pounds and Carve is 15 pounds. Great! Awesome! Now moving on, the next day we were all pumped because of the good nights. Oh, good night. Okay, so just move your apostrophe S here. Good night's sleep we got. But either way, but you at least added the apostrophe S. That's really good of you. Thank you. We were also excited about the movie we were going to watch. Again, this is another typo, but everyone gets typos at one point. That's fine. We decided to do what we did yesterday and did our work in the morning, so we will have to do it later on. Now, won't is fine here, but in my opinion, I'd say wouldn't is better as well. Also add a apostrophe between the N and the T. Wouldn't have to do it later on. So it's more smoother. Don't worry about that. Soon it was time for the movie. After the movie, it was 11:56 p.m. So we got in bed and fell asleep. You can also add a comma here for, I guess, smooth transition, but that's up to you. In my opinion, I would do comma, and I will make this lowercase letter. So we got in bed and fell asleep. This is great so far. The next day was the day I was leaving. Oh, I leaving. Okay, so you could say I was leaving in this case. So that's, you could say I was, or any other thing that would make grammatical sense. But I like to say I was leaving. Since that day I was leaving, I didn't have any work to do. I played with my cousin. I got to play more because my cousin still needed to get her work done. Hey, that's fun. I played with my cousin. You can also. Oh god. Oh, just give me a moment. I played with my cousin. You can also. So there's a lot of ambiguity. Well, not ambiguity. More so confusion on whether you have to put your period on outside the parentheses or inside the parentheses. You can do it in this case. You can put the period outside the parentheses. So it says I play with my cousin, and then the dot after explaining in parentheses how you got to play more earlier. So that way it makes sense. So I'm sorry, like this actually really disturbed me, but I will do it this way. We didn't get to go in the pool, but they were moving to a better house with a bigger pool and a diving board. Great. So I wasn't so sad. I wasn't so sad, but you can say this, but I prefer to. I wasn't too sad, or I wasn't sad, and by itself, it's also fine. So I'm gonna omit so for now. That day I did nothing but play. Now you can remove the comma here. This is fine, but I would remove the comma for now. After I got home now you can add a comma here if you'd like, but that's up to you. After I got home, I went to bed and woke up remembering the time I spent at my cousin's house. So making sure I have an apostrophe here again. I'm just repeating things. I felt sad I had left, but now here I think I forgot to mention this in the previous video I made. But you should add I felt sad that I had left. It kind of connects the two phrases together. I felt sad that I had left, but then I remembered that I was going back next week. Perfect. Okay, now let's go. Let's drop by our also great rating score rubric. So 6JK here. Let's talk about development. 5. I have nothing more to say. Good job. Good job. Just continue this. If you couldn't even develop it, I might as well give you the 6, but no, I'm just kidding. 5 is all I can give you for now. But great development, how you develop the story, and how you kind of put the reader through, like, I guess, a small roller coaster ride. I really enjoyed it. Coherence and organization, I'll give it another 5. Good job. Good job. It's very connected. The story seems very, it seems unified. It's perfect. I like it. Fluency, another 5. Nothing more. I have nothing more to say. Okay. So let's go to vocabulary and expression. 5. Again, I have nothing to say. It's just really good. Good job. So grammar. I'm going to okay. So 4. Why do I give it a 4? Okay. I do remember it. I did delete the previous scores, but I believe I gave it a higher score. But I'm grading him on I guess, how do I put it? How shall I put it? A higher standard, because it improves so much. He's been improving very much. Now, I'm grading it a little more, a tad bit stricter this time, but aside from that, 6JK student, your score is a 24 out of 25. My only comments, grammar, that's all I have. All I have is grammar. Just keep track of apostrophes. Make sure, if you wanna, I guess, work on your apostrophe, just kind of like read through it. If you don't think it makes sense, you can always ask me again. You can always email me. You can always go oh, does this need an S, or does this need an apostrophe, or does this not need an apostrophe? Usually I'll say yes, but you should always ask. You should ask me if you have any questions, student. So, but before that, I have so much things. Nothing more. Now, I'm going to ask one more draft of you. This is your fine. Just revise this essay one more time. And make sure you do it perfectly. I'm looking forward to it. Now, that's all I have for you. and thank you very much, and I'll see you soon.